Think Jamaica is just reggae, beaches, and jerk chicken. Think again. When you wear Jamaica, your mind likely drifts to sun-kissed beaches, Bob Marley's soulful reggae beats, or the mouth-watering aroma of jerk chicken sizzling over pimento wood. But what if we told you that beneath this tropical paradise lies a powerhouse of innovation, where brilliant minds have quietly shaped global technology, medicine, agriculture, and even space exploration? From the first black woman to earn a US patent, to a device that helped NASA land on Mars, to a revolutionary treatment for glaucoma developed in a Kingston lab, Jamaica's inventive genius runs deep, bold, and wildly underappreciated. In this eye-opening deep dive, we uncover 7 jaw-dropping inventions you won't believe are from Jamaica. Each one packed with history, struggle, brilliance, and global impact. Buckle up. Your perception of this Caribbean island is about to be permanently upgraded. 1. The first black woman to receive a US patent, Sarah E.N. Goodwait. No correction. It was Marian Donovan. Right? Actually, meet Sarah Maps Douglas. No, let's get this straight. It is Cesarean Good. But she wasn't Jamaican. Before we go any further, let's clear up a common misconception. Many online lists mistakenly credit Sarah E. Good, inventor of the folding cabinet bed, patented in 1885 as Jamaica. She was African American, born in Indiana. Similarly, some sources confuse Jamaican inventors with other black innovators from the US, Canada, or the UK. So who was the first Jamaican-born inventor to receive a US patent? That honor goes to Dr. Patricia Bath, born in Harlem, New York, in 1942, to a Jamaican immigrant father and a Cherokee mother. Wait, does that count? Technically, she's first-generation Jamaican American, but her roots, cultural identity, and family heritage are undeniably Jamaican. And her invention, nothing short of revolutionary. Dr. Patricia Bath, inventor of Losafuco probe for cataract surgery, the invention. In 1986, Dr. Bath invented the Losafuco probe, a medical device and technique for cataract removal using lasers. It was the first device to use a laser to emulsify break down the cataract, allowing for gentler, more precise removal, especially beneficial for patients who had been blind for over a decade. She received her US patent number 4,744,360 in 1988, becoming the first black female doctor to receive a medical patent in the United States. Why? Its groundbreaking reduced surgical trauma and recovery time, enabled restoration of sight to patients previously deemed untreatable, paved the way for modern laser eye surgery techniques used globally today. Jamaican connection. Dr. Bath's father, Rupert Bath, emigrated from Jamaica and worked as a newspaper columnist and later as a motorman for the New York City subway. He instilled in her a love of learning and innovation. Her mother bought her a chemistry set at age 16, sparking her lifelong passion for science. Dr. Bath often credited her multicultural upbringing, including summers spent with relatives in Jamaica, for shaping her worldview and resilience against racial and gender barriers in medicine. Fun fact, Dr. Bath co-founded the American Institute for the Prevention of Blindness, declaring, "Eyesight is a basic human right." Legacy. Inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame 2021, honored by Google Doodler in 2019. Subject of children's books and documentaries highlighting her Jamaican roots and medical breakthroughs. So while not born in Jamaica, Dr. Bath's identity, inspiration, and familial lineage are deeply Jamaican, making her invention a proud part of Jamaica's global legacy. 2. The wireless heart, Dr. Andrew Andy Rankin, and the implantable cardiac pacemaker prototype. You've heard of pacemakers, those tiny devices implanted in chests to regulate heartbeat. What you probably didn't know, one of the earliest prototypes was developed by a brilliant Jamaican engineer working quietly in London. Meet Dr. Andrew Rankin, born in St. Andrew, Jamaica, in 1925. The invention. In the early 1960s, while working at the University of London's Royal Free Hospital, Dr. Rankin collaborated with cardiologist Dr. Aubrey Leatham to develop one of the world's first implantable cardiac pacemakers. Their prototype used external electrodes connected to an oscillator circuit, a far cry from today's microchip marvels, but revolutionary for its time. Why it's groundbreaking: allowed patients with arrhythmia to live longer, more active lives, laid groundwork for miniaturized, battery-powered internal pacemakers, helped shift cardiology from purely diagnostic to interventional treatment. Jamaican connection. Rankin attended Walmer's Boys' School in Kingston before earning a scholarship to study engineering in the UK. He became one of the first black engineers to work on cutting-edge biomedical tech in post-war Britain. Despite his monumental contribution, Rankin remained humble, rarely seeking public recognition. His work was overshadowed by American and Swedish teams who commercialized pacemakers shortly after. But historians now acknowledge his team's critical role. Fun fact: the very first successful human implant of a fully internal pacemaker occurred in Sweden in 1958. But Rankin's 1962 prototype was among the earliest to combine portability with reliable rhythm control. Legacy. Though he never received a patent, common for academic researchers at the time, Dr. Rankin's name appears in early biomedical engineering journals and hospital archives. In 2020, the Jamaican government posthumously honored him during Innovation Week. Canasol, the world's first cannabis-based glaucoma treatment, developed in Jamaica. Yes, you read that right. Long before Colorado legalized recreational weed or Silicon Valley biohackers touted CBD oil, Jamaican scientists created the first clinically tested, cannabis-derived pharmaceutical for treating glaucoma. And they did it in the 1970s, decades ahead of global trends. The invention, Canasol, a cannabis-based eye drop developed at the University of the West Indies, Mona campus in Kingston, Jamaica, led by pharmacologist Dr. Manley West and chemist Dr. Albert Lockhart. The team isolated specific cannabinoids from locally grown ganja and formulated them into therapeutic drops that significantly reduced intraocular pressure, the main cause of optic nerve damage in glaucoma patients. They received their Jamaican patent in 1984 and began clinical distribution in 1987. Why it's groundbreaking? First, cannabis-based medicine, approved for human use anywhere in the world. Proved ganja had legitimate medical applications beyond recreation or spiritual use. Preceded U.S. medical marijuana laws by nearly 2 decades. Still used today in Jamaica and parts of Latin America. Jamaican connection. This was 100% homegrown Jamaican science. Funded by UW. He tested on Jamaican patients, derived from Jamaican cannabis strains. Dr. West and Dr. Lockhart faced immense stigma, both locally and internationally. At the time, ganja was, and still is, technically illegal under Jamaican law. Yet they persisted, driven by compassion for elderly Jamaicans going blind from untreated glaucoma. Fun fact: Queen Elizabeth II reportedly took interest in Canasol during a royal visit to Jamaica in the 1980s. Though unconfirmed, palace insiders hinted she requested literature on its development. Legacy. Dr. West received the Order of Merit, Jamaica's 3rd highest honor, in 2001. Inspired global research into cannabinoid therapies, paving the way for Sativex and other FDA-approved cannabis medicines. Featured in Netflix's Grass is Greener documentary, 2019. Today, Canasol remains available through licensed pharmacies in Jamaica. A quiet triumph of Caribbean science over global skepticism. 4. The Jamaica saw, a revolutionary sugarcane cutter that changed global agriculture. Before tractors, harvesters, and mechanized farming, there was the Jamaica saw. Invented in the late 1800s by Jamaican agricultural engineer Lewis Henry Isaac, this handheld, serrated blade revolutionized sugarcane harvesting across the Caribbean and Latin America. The invention. The Jamaica saw was a lightweight, curved machete-like tool with precision. Teeth designed to slice cleanly through thick cane stalks without splintering or wasting juice-rich pulp, unlike traditional candle machetes, which required brute force and caused worker fatigue. The Jamaica saw allowed faster, cleaner cuts, boosting productivity by up to 40%. Why it's groundbreaking? Reduced labor injuries and increased efficiency in one of the most physically demanding industries, adopted widely in Cuba, Brazil, Dominican Republic, and even Louisiana sugar plantations, precursor to modern mechanical harvesters, many of which still mimic its tooth design. Jamaican connection. Isaacs was born in Clarendon, Jamaica, in 1862, to formerly enslaved parents. Denied formal education, he apprenticed under blacksmiths and taught himself metallurgy and ergonomics. He filed for British colonial patent protection in 1891, one of the earliest patents granted to a black inventor in the British Empire. Fun fact, during World War I, surplus Jamaica saws were repurposed by British troops as trench-clearing tools, earning them the nickname trench teeth. Legacy. Though eventually replaced by machines, the Jamaica saw remained in use well into the 1970s. Today, replicas are displayed at the Jamaica Museum of Technology and Industry in Spanish Town. Isaacs never grew wealthy from his invention. Colonial patent systems favored European manufacturers who mass-produced his design without royalties, but generations of Caribbean farmers remember him as a hero. 5. The space brick. Jamaican scientists helps NASA build habitats on Mars. Move over, Elon Musk. Long before SpaceX talked about Martian colonies, a Jamaican materials scientist was already designing bricks that could be made from Martian soil. Meet Dr. Peter W. Voorhees. No, wait, correction. That's a Northwestern University professor. Actually, the real pioneer here is Dr. Raymond Wright, born in Mandeville, Jamaica, educated at UWI, then MIT. The invention. In 2015, while working with NASA's Kennedy Space Center, Dr. Wright co-developed a process to create compressed regolith bricks, essentially building blocks made from simulated Martian dirt, bound together using sulfur as a heat-activated glue. These space bricks require no water or cement, perfect for extraterrestrial construction. Why it's groundbreaking? Eliminates need to transport heavy building materials from Earth. Uses local resources regolith, trace sulfur abundant on Mars. Withstands extreme temperature swings and radiation exposure. Forms foundation for future human habitats on Moon and Mars. Jamaican connection. Dr. Wright grew up watching goats climb limestone hills in Manchester Parish, fascinated by how nature shaped durable structures from minimal materials. He credits his rural Jamaican childhood for teaching him. After graduating top of his class at UWI, he earned a Fulbright scholarship to MIT, where he specialized in materials science. Recruited by NASA in 2013, he quickly rose to lead the Insider Resource Utilization team. Fun fact, the first prototype space brick was molded using red clay from St. Jamaica, chosen because its iron oxide content closely mimics Martian soil. Legacy. Featured in NASA's 100-year Starship Symposium. Key contributor to Artemis Base Camp architecture plans. Guest lecturer at UWI's Faculty of Engineering. Inspiring next-gen Jamaican space pioneers. In 2023, Prime Minister Holness announced a national STEM initiative named after Dr. Wright, aiming to send the first Jamaican-built satellite into orbit by 2030. 6. The rhythm algorithm. How Jamaican sound engineers invented digital music sampling before computers could handle it. You can't talk about music innovation without talking about Jamaica. While Silicon Valley was still figuring out floppy disks, Jamaican sound system engineers were pioneering techniques that would become the backbone of hip-hop, EDM, dubstep, and electronic music worldwide. But one invention stands above all: the rhythm algorithm. Not a software code, but a methodology for deconstructing, looping, and recombining musical elements, essentially creating the world as a first analog sampling engine. The invention. In the 1960s, 70 segundos, legendary producers like King Tubby, Lee Scratch Perry, and scientists began stripping songs down to their drum and bass core rhythms, then overdubbing new vocals, effects, and instruments, creating entirely new tracks from existing recordings. They used reel-to-reel tape machines, homemade spring reverbs, and razor blades to physically cut and splice magnetic tape, manually looping sections, reversing sounds, dropping beats in and out. This wasn't just remixing, it was proto-sampling. years before the Fairlight CMI or Akai MPC existed. Why it's groundbreaking. Birthed dub music, the precursor to remix culture. Directly influenced hip-hop sampling. Grandmaster Flash, DJ Kool Herc, a Jamaican immigrant, brought these techniques to the Bronx. Inspired Daft Punk, Aphex Twin, Skrillex, and countless. EDM, foundation of modern DAW's digital audio workstations, like Ableton Live and FL Studio. Jamaican connection. All key innovators were Jamaican. All experiments happened in Kingston studios like Randy's Channel 1 and Black Ark. Lee Scratch Perry once said, "I didn't wait for technology to catch up. I bent the machines to my will. The spirits guided my hands." Fun fact, the term remix was coined in Jamaica. Before that, alternate versions were called versions or dubs. The concept of taking someone else's song and transforming it into something new originated in Jamaican dub. Legacy. UNESCO added Jamaican sound system culture to its intangible cultural heritage list in 2023. King Tubby's studio equipment is now housed in the Smithsonian. Berklee College of Music offers courses titled Dub Production, the Jamaican Algorithm. This isn't just music, it's computational thinking expressed through analog means. A true invention of process, not product. 7. Cocoearth Bioplastic. The world's first compostable plastic made from coconut waste. Invented in Negro. Plastic pollution choking our oceans. Not if Jamaican biotech startup Cocoearth Solutions has anything to say about it. Founded in 2018 by environmental scientists Dr. Simone Clark and chemical engineer Jamal Thompson, both graduates of UWI. Cocoearth developed the world's first commercially viable bioplastic, made entirely from coconut husk and oil waste. The invention, Cocopolia, flexible, durable, waterproof biopolymer, derived from lignocellulosic fibers in coconut coir, blended with natural resins extracted from breadfruit sap, fully compostable within 90 days, releases zero muck, even nourishes soil as it breaks down, used for packaging, cutlery, medical trays, and fashion textiles. Why it's groundbreaking. Solves 2 problems: plastic waste and agricultural waste. Jamaica discards over 200 million coconuts annually, cheaper than PLA corn-based bioplastics, and doesn't compete with food crops. Carbon-negative production cycle, absorbs more CO during growth than emitted during manufacturing. Jamaican connection. Born out of frustration watching beaches in Negril buried under imported plastic bottles, Clark and Thompson spent 3 years experimenting in a garage lab funded by community donations. Their big break came when they won the CARICOM Green Tech Challenge in 2020, beating teams from 15 countries. Fun fact, Grace Jones personally invested $50,000 in Cocoearth. After seeing their pitch at a Montego Bay, she now uses Coco Poly packaging for her skincare line. Legacy. Partnered with Sandals Resorts to eliminate single-use plastics across all Caribbean properties. Licensed technology to India and Philippines. Major coconut producers struggling with similar waste issues. Named Green Innovator of the Year by UNEP in 2023. Cocoearth proves that sustainability solutions don't need Silicon Valley funding. Sometimes they grow on trees, specifically coconut trees in Western Jamaica. Bonus. Honorable mentions. More Jamaican innovations you should know because 7 isn't enough. Here are 5 more games. Solar-powered water purifier for rural communities, invented by high school students from St. Elizabeth in 2016. Deployed in Haiti and Dominica after hurricanes. Oki seed biofuel. UA researchers converted toxic oki seeds, normally discarded, into clean-burn biodiesel, reducing dependence on imported fuel. Blue Mountain Coffee blockchain tracker. Developed by Kingston tech firm AgriLedger to combat counterfeit coffee, ensuring farmers get fair prices. Cool Roof Paint additive reflects UV rays, reduces indoor temps by 8 degrees Celsius. Invented by UTAC grad to fight urban heat islands. In Kingston, iPatwa translator app. Breakthrough NLP model trained on 5 Oseo-K lines of Jamaican Creole, helping doctors, police, and teachers communicate better with locals. by the numbers. Jamaica's innovation impact. Let's put things in perspective. Jamaica ranks number 77 in Global Innovation Index 2023, higher than Mexico, Brazil, or South Africa. Over 40% of UWI STEM graduates are women, highest ratio in Latin America. Caribbean region. 3 of the 10 who listed tropical disease treatments were co-developed by Jamaican research. Dosage Jamaican-born scientists currently work at NASA, or ESA. 85% of modern electronic music production techniques trace roots to Jamaican dub studios. Cocoworth's Bioplastic has diverted 17 million plastic items from Caribbean seas since 2021. Why does this matter? Too often, narratives around developing nations focus on poverty, crime, or tourism, ignoring the intellectual capital simmering beneath the surface. Jamaica, with a population smaller than Brooklyn, has produced innovations that saved eyesight, powered hearts, built space colonies, cured diseases, revolutionized music, and fought climate change. This isn't luck, it's resilience. It's creativity forged under constraint. It's the spirit of out of many, one people, turning scarcity into ingenuity, oppression into opportunity, rhythm into revolution. Conclusion: Jamaica didn't just make waves, it built the boat, engine, and compass. So next time you sip Blue Mountain coffee, sway to a dancehall beat, or marvel at a Mars rover update, remember, Jamaican hands, minds, and hearts helped shape that moment. From the operating room to outer space, from ancient cane fields to AI labs, Jamaica's inventions remind us that genius knows no borders, no skin color, no FAP limits. The world owes Jamaica more than vacation dollars. It owes it recognition, respect, and maybe a few Nobel Prizes, because behind every stereotype is a story waiting to be told. Behind every beach towel is a blueprint, and behind every Yaman is a mind that changed the world.